I often hear women complain that there are no good, eligible men left to marry. They sometimes quote survey results and census reports that support their idea that a good man is hard to find. I realize there may be fewer eligible bachelors in some cities around the country, especially if a woman has unrealistic expectations and she's looking for a tall, attractive, rich man to sweep her off her feet. Yeah, the man women often talk about on social media platforms. However, I also realize that some women can't find or keep a good man because of the way they treat men or interact with them on a daily basis. The truth of the matter is, if some of the women who complain about a shortage of good men would drop their negative attitudes and abrasive, self-centered behavior and adopt more appropriate behavior, their chances of attracting eligible bachelors would dramatically increase. The following comments are offered to help young women avoid some of the many pitfalls that could sabotage a potentially long-term romantic connection with the man of their dreams. Pitfall number 1, appearing desperate to get married. When women act like they're desperate to get married, men often get nervous and ghost the women who try to pressure them into marriage. And, unfortunately for the women, the men who run off may never tell them why they severed the relationship. Consequently, a woman who is dismissed like this may be left emotionally bruised and confused about why she lost her man. One way to minimize your risk of being dismissed in this way is for you to resist the temptation to treat every man you meet like you want to marry him. Even if he reflects some of the primary characteristics that could make him a legitimate marriage prospect, you should calm down, take it slow, and evaluate the relationship for a while before discussing your marriage fantasies. Approaching each relationship objectively will make you less vulnerable to making a premature wedding decision. But if you become obsessed with getting married and insist on getting married to the first man who is willing to say, "I do," you may find yourself married to an unfaithful man who does not love, respect, or appreciate you. Pitfall number 2, looking for a sugar daddy or sponsor. You should never approach marriage believing it to be the key to your financial freedom. Even if you manipulate a man into marriage and he decides to pay off your bills, you will likely have money problems again if you fail to modify the behavior that triggered your financial problems. It's one thing for a man to voluntarily pay off your bills and take care of your financial obligations, but it's an entirely different situation if you emotionally manipulate a man into taking on your financial responsibilities. A better alternative would be for you to educate yourself about how money works. With the right knowledge, you can learn to support yourself with a strong work ethic, a regular savings program, and wise investment moves. Therefore, you will not be dependent upon someone to support you financially, whether you get married or not. Pitfall number 3, flashing flesh. Wearing sexy, revealing clothes to attract men can be one of the biggest mistakes you can make if you want to attract a husband. A man who wants a wife is usually more attracted to a woman who dresses modestly. Unfortunately, some women who say they want a husband don't seem to understand this concept. Even though fashion trends may dictate otherwise, if you desire a man to respect you enough to marry you, your attire should communicate self-respect. If you don't want to be treated like a sex object, you should not dress like a prostitute when you present yourself in public. Without a doubt, if you carry yourself with dignity and self-respect, you have a greater chance of attracting men who will respect you as well. And if a man is looking for a wife, the woman who dresses modestly and carries herself with dignity and class will get a marriage proposal before the woman who dresses like a woman who's advertising sexual favors. This was a marriage success moment presented by Dr. David Stevens.